how your system behaves, okay? And then it can be able to, develop to that specific environment that you have established. So yeah, so the rules are really for performance, how the AI performs, how it fixes errors, and also how it's conservative in how many prompts you need to give it to fix one problem. Okay, so that's the basic part in a nutshell, right? In terms of how do you use the AI developer, the terminal for those the
Hi,
terminals over
Google.
here. Uh-huh.
Sorry, Google. My apologies. I don't see where I can raise my hand here. So sorry
Oh.
for disrupting you.
It's
But in
it's a
terms,
free call. There is no function. So if anyone wants to comment or ask questions, guys, anyone who's on the call, just please
Unmute. Yeah.
unmute yourself and speak. Okay, so we are part of the same conversation. Okay, let me add Bobby.
oh,
Bobby's here. Sorry, Bobby, I didn't see the notification. I'm adding you to the stage. If there's anyone else who
awesome,
was waiting, guys, needed to be added to the stage, come back, and then I'll add you to the stage. Okay.
awesome.
Yeah, Shabs, you
Just
had a question.
yeah, not just a comment. In
Mhm.
terms of the rules,
Yep.
Cursor has a really nice directory. I've put it in the private chat, the link. It's
Nice.
called,
Okay.
it's on a website called cursor.directory. So if you go there,
Right.
they've got all different sort of rules that you can also have a look depending on what you're trying to build. And you can
Mhm.
leverage that in order to be able to create those rules. There's so many on there that you can choose from depending on exactly what you're trying to do. But I think
Okay.
that's actually quite a nice little spot um,
Right.
to go and to get into. So I just wanted to
Okay.
bring that up. Yeah.
Okay. Let me add, while we're at that, let me add to this document here the link. Thanks for that link, Shabs. Thanks for that hookup. Let
Awesome.
me add
Yeah. You can
okay.
copy it from the chat. It's
Mm,
cursor.directory. I've put it in there.
okay.
Yeah.
Right. I think when I'm using StreamYard, my other tabs won't work the way I want them to work, but I'll add it afterwards. Okay. I'll leave this open.
All right.
I'll add it to the documents. So guys, I've shared this document to the people that subscribed to the Luma, right? The Luma is the event page, okay? So every time we're having these events, we share like an event page for you guys to subscribe. So it's important to go to that page because it's got some resources, right? We put links like this, the set of tools that you need to build. We put also a Google form, which is a checklist that will help you identify what you've set up and, to also help us know where your struggles is, and it allows us to collect your email address, right? So we can communicate with you to help you. So please go through to the event page, guys. Even if you are put on the wait list, we check it every now and then, and we use it to send you emails. Okay, right. And just to recap, we've spoken about Tray. I think we can go past Tray. Node.js is just something that a lot of you are developers. You know, you need to set up your environment, your PC, and these Visual Studio build tools. If you're using Windows, you normally probably need to set this up. Um, and I think if you're using Linux, you guys as developers, you probably have all this, your developer environment is already set up. So you wouldn't have to worry about it. Lloyd, when we were helping Nobantu with Mac, her system already had this set up. Was it because she's a developer, or it becomes Mac comes standard with some of these like tools already
Yeah.
installed? What was the
Okay,
case
so
with
for
Mac?
for Novantu, I think Mac should come with these installed already, but if it's not, then she might have installed them when setting up her PC, because I
Yeah,
did notice that she also already had Node.js. So if
yeah.
the Visual Studio build tools are also needed for Mac, then you can easily just go to the Visual Studio website. We'll also share the link, and you can easily just download the package and install it for your system. But if Mac
Yeah.
already comes with it, then you can feel free to skip it and just make sure that the other tools are installed, such as MetaMask and the Coinbase wallet. Google, I don't know if you would like to show them how the Coinbase developer platform looks like, not necessarily your keys.
Okay.
Yeah, like I think
Yeah.
you have a
Okay.
screenshot of that. Yeah.
Yeah. So the cool thing with this document here, these tools, I've already put links that take you straight to, any of these tools that you need to install. Okay. So this is a Coinbase developer platform. And of course,
Yeah.
uh, you get started. This is where you create your API key. Okay.
Yeah.
So your app
Google,
can be able to,
um,
yes.
I think before you share your screen, it will show your API
Mhm.
keys.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, so this is just
Yeah.
this is just a test account that we're just gonna use.
Okay.
So we're
Nice.
not gonna. It's not like my personal one or anything, right?
Okay. So guys,
And
every
guys, if
time you
sometimes you share.
yeah.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry,
No,
sorry, Lloyd.
no, it's cool. I was saying every time you are sharing or every time you are building stuff, always try to keep your API keys secret. If somebody has access to your API keys, it means they have access to certain functionality, sometimes even very sensitive information for your app or your Coinbase developer platform. So always make sure that you don't share your API keys with people or anybody. Treat them the way you treat them your seed. Treat them the way you treat your seed phrase. Yeah.
Okay, and then when you guys, I think in Southern Africa, you're not gonna have a problem with logging into the Coinbase developer platform. But in some countries like Nigeria, I think they have to use a VPN because I think the governments in those countries have kind of like put a restriction on some of these platforms, right? So if you are having an issue with accessing this from your country, just use a VPN and then you can be able to access it, right? Uh, I'm not promoting, please, guys, disclaimer, I'm not promoting you to do anything illegal, but this is just a development platform, right? But in some instances, there are restrictions. I'm not sure where the restrictions come from, whether it's a state thing or whether it's a Coinbase developer platform security thing or something else. But we found that we have a lot of developers coming from certain countries
Yeah.
where they have to access via VPN. Okay. So I'm just showing you guys how to set this up. So you set it up, so you can subscribe with your email or Gmail or whatever. Ask you to put your mobile number, it sends you a code, and then okay, it's taken too long. It normally takes quicker than this. But ideally, then it should create an account and or ask me to log in.
Yeah, I
Let me
think it
see
will.
if or it will ask you to verify your system. Let me see. So there's a security layer where I think it asks you to verify your computer. So it will normally send you a link and you go into your email and then it tracks obviously your IP address and it authenticates your device, right? So
Right.
I think that's the last step. Okay. So this could be happening because I've already got my PC authenticated in my own personal, Coinbase developer account. So there could be a case that it's already trying to match. So it's a security feature that they put here. But let's
Yeah.
see. Okay. Oh no,
There
no,
we
it's
go.
let me in. Okay, it's let me in. Okay, there we go.
Awesome.
All right. Okay. So if you want to find so you always gonna need well, you don't necessarily need it, but it's best to use your Coinbase developer platform key, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So where you find it, okay, it's over here on your dashboard. It says API keys, and then when you
Then
click
client.
client API key, this is what you'd copy, guys. So don't worry about this account. I'm not gonna use this. This is just like a test account we're gonna use for everybody. Okay. So you copy this code, and in your tray, when you're building in your tray, and if say you're building a mini app, okay, so I'll show you where to start, right? Okay.
Would you like
Let's go
to
here.
do like a quick scaffold of like a mini app, like an
Uh,
NPX?
I'm reluctant. It's gonna hang my system, right? The AI is gonna hang my PC. If I
Oh
start
yeah,
building, it's
okay.
gonna start getting slow. So I'm reluctant to try and build anything on this session, since I'm hosting and I'm managing the StreamYard. Okay.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
but yeah, I think we can get you to do that on tomorrow evening, right? We can go step by step. Yeah.
yeah,
But starting with building base mini apps, right? Another thing that I forgot to mention was the base documentation, right? Okay.
right.
So if you go to base.org, I'll actually put the link over here. I'll copy the link over here. Let me see. Base docs. Okay, so I haven't put base documents there. I'm gonna put it. Um, but yeah, base documentation is where you start. This is where you get like the template for building mini apps, right? So you need to
Yeah,
install that into your tray, and you can start by just copying this, right? You copy this
yeah.
command, you set up a new tray. Let me set up a new one.
New window.
New window.
Yeah,
Okay. So new
and
window for a
then
new project, guys, right?
yeah, and then
Um,
open folder.
yeah. Okay,
No, no, yeah.
so that's how you set up a new project, guys. Yeah. So I'm gonna set up a new project. We're gonna call it we can call it office. Yeah, let's just call it office for office hours.
Oh, we have
Oh no,
to first
I have to
create
create a
it.
new
Yeah,
folder.
yeah.
Okay,
So
let me call
create
this
a new
office.
folder when you're starting your project.
Mhm.
It's always the norm,
Okay, we'll select that, right? Okay.
right?
So now this is what you do when you've already set up your rules in Tray, right? You are
Right,
ready to develop. So your first line of code of building a mini app, right? You've set up your tray, you've set up your Coinbase developer account, right? Then
right,
you go to base docs, base.org, build, and then you select mini app. So you click build, then you click on mini apps, right? And there's this
right.
one line of code, right? That's how you install the templates, the
Yeah,
dependencies, and all that kind of stuff from base, right? So this installation basically it sets up a template to be able to build a mini app, right? So we're going to use
right.
that
Yeah.
template and then turn it into whatever app I want to build. So you click, I hope it's not going to freeze my system, but let's pray. So you enter that code. You can enter it in the terminal, by the way, or you can just enter it in the chat, right?
Right.
And
Any
it's
work.
gonna install uh
Uh,
that
you've
into my
got
system, and then it's gonna
you've
ask
got
me,
yeah,
okay, okay, then it's gonna ask me here, okay, to proceed, just press
yeah.
enter, and then it's gonna download those. So you need an internet connection, guys, by the way, to be able to, you know, to
Download
install
them.
this, because it's installing it from the internet, right? One thing Lloyd and I were discussing, we're talking about like in Africa, there's a lot of people that are living in remote areas where internet is bad. And one of the things that we're saying is perhaps as a community, we need to figure out a way where maybe some of these files are on a USB or whatever. So it's something that we need to explore, and
Yeah.
probably with the base technical teams to say there are some people, maybe even some are using Starlink, but sometimes it doesn't connect, right?
Right.
So we need to try and figure out how do we then have these files, on a local
Accessible.
sort
Yeah.
of like on a portable drive or something. So that's still something that we need to actually ask the team at base. Okay, then it's going to ask you to name your app. So remember, guys, I created a folder called Office. Now I'm gonna call this one Office. Let me use a lowercase. So it's asking me to put a name to my file. Then it's gonna
Sure.
ask you for your Coinbase developer platform key. You
Yeah.
could build a mini app without that, but I think for purposes of like mini apps need to be indexed in the Farcaster app. There's analytics that Coinbase looks for. So for
Yeah.
you to win all those prizes, right, and to be able to, you know, get your analytics and any other updates and stuff like that, it's always best to copy this API key that we've created here and then enter it into you see it's asking for the API key.
Yeah, so you
Enter,
paste your API key and press enter.
and then share anonymous user data. Okay, so that's sharing data with Coinbase. So you guys, once you've entered your API key, you're going to see every now and then that sometimes you get an error in your problems over here when you're building your app. That error sometimes is because you are building your local, and that script that I just entered, the API key, is the Coinbase developer platform is always trying to collect information from developers to see how you know. So those errors are not really major errors, but it might keep coming up when it's trying to automatically send information to the developer platform for their analytics, right? To see how you guys are using your developer keys and for security issues and stuff like that. So don't worry too much about that. When it starts to come up, you'll see it's going to come up. So it's not a train smash. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you can see
Yeah.
that it's installing. So my thing is already run. Okay. So
Yeah,
it's
so since we
installing the
use the
templates.
AI,
Mhm.
since we actually run our npx create on-chain latest command using the AI already intuitively knows what the next command is. So that's why it automatically just ran the npm install. If you're not using the AI, what happens is when you put that npx code, that one line of code, into your terminal, and you go through the process of entering your API key, what's going to happen is after that, you have to move into the right folder. So it's always a good idea to make sure that you are in the right folder, right? So if you look at Google's project, you will notice that there's two Office folders. So there's the first Office folder that he made, which, is supposed to contain all his projects. But when the AI was installing and it asked him to name the project, he had to create another project name. So if you look at his path, it's got two project Office files. So always make sure that you are in the right folder before you install the dependencies, so that it doesn't install them to the wrong file. I mean the wrong folder.
Okay. Thanks for that, Lloyd. All right.
Awesome.
So while it's installing, right? I'll swing back to that just now. Let me, because I can see we're almost running out of time. Let's see if we've got any comments from the guys that are on here. Adding Blessing to the stage as well. So guys, you can unmute Blessing. Just maybe let's start with Blessing and Bobby. Quick intro. Just unmute yourself, Blessing and Bobby. Just give us a quick intro. And Bobby, can we start with you?
GM guys. Am I
Hi,
audible?
Bobby. Yes, I
Yeah.
can hear
Alright.
you.
Okay, so I'm Bobby Andrea from Lusaka, Zambia.
Nice.
I am the official Creator X ambassador for Zambia as well as the paper meme coin. I've been building on base, journey into becoming a Web3 artist. But other than that, I've been learning how to build mini apps from base Zambia. Like even like the base tutorials and like live I've been watching and checking out.
Mm-hmm.
So
Nice,
that's
nice. What
that's
have you
much I
built
can.
so far?
On my O'Hara, I've got like some apps that I've been working on. There's one
Okay.
app that I tried. It
This is
works. It works.
O'Hara.ai.
Same, yeah, it works with the same base API project ID. It was actually the
Okay.
first live session that was hosted by Southern Africa and base Zambia. So through that same tutorial is where I
Nice.
was able,
Wonderful.
yeah.
Were
But
you
I'm
able
I'm
to deploy to
I
be able
deployed it.
to
I
do the
tried, but
manifest?
no. I'm saying I deployed it on the same O'Hara platform and I tried. Most things were working, but like the links to have access to what I was trying to build is where I was having like most of my pressures. But through the
Okay.
same videos, I'm actually learning like the mistakes. So like here, I've learned about making folders. So
Mhm.
yeah,
Yeah, and
Nice,
just to
nice.
add, I think I saw an update from O'Hara. I'm not sure if it's already been tested, but O'Hara, I think I saw something that says all the everything, any mini app created in O'Hara is automatically added to Farcaster. Um, I don't know how that works yet, but I will take a look at it and give you more feedback, Bobby, so that you can see if maybe you don't necessarily need to sign your manifest
yeah.
if you're
So
using O'Hara.
actually, I tried. I saw that tweet. Like, was it at 2 a.m. or like 1 a.m.?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's actually a line of code that's there. I don't know if it's a line
Okay.
of code, but when I was trying to click on it using my phone, it was just taking me to Farcaster, but like nothing was opening. Like Farcaster itself was just opening. So
Okay.
I
Now
was
I
thinking,
think maybe
like,
that line of code needs to be added to your O'Hara. So yeah, I'll take a look at the update and then I'll give you feedback on how you can use it. I
all
hope
right,
that
all right.
helps.
Okay.
Okay.
Awesome.
Other than
Blessings. Would you also like
Yeah.
to
Thanks so much, Bobby. Oh, sorry,
thank
there
you.
was somebody else that wanted to introduce themselves. Was it Blessing? Sorry, Bobby, did you
blessing?
want to say
Yeah.
something? Sorry to cut you off.
No, I was just saying
Was that
thank you
Blessing
very much.
trying to speak? Or oh, that was you, Bobby. Okay. Thank you. Blessing, you are on mute. You can unmute your mic over here. If you can see, there's an unmute button. You can introduce yourself. Um, in the meantime, yeah. Okay. All right. Getting back to our little build. So, guys, our template is ready. So it's gonna show you a preview screen. Okay. So there's a preview screen that shows you, the progress of what your UI is looking like. But otherwise, it also gives you where it's deployed it. So the local server, you click on that. Um, and it's gonna show you your let me get
Your build. Yeah.
let me see office. Oh, there we go. So this is
Yeah.
basically the template for a mini app, right? So
Right.
it shows you that you can connect a wallet. So most mini app you connect a wallet. I've already got a wallet installed, right? So the some of the tools that we spoke about. I know we're skipping some steps, guys, but you need to like go and set up MetaMask, you know, on your laptop. So set up MetaMask for Chrome or for Edge, right? So I use both Chrome and Edge. You can install it as one of those it's a web app basically. So you can install it for your system. So if you're on Mac, try and install Chrome. If you're on Linux, I think there's Chrome. Chrome works better than most browsers for this stuff, right? So try and install
Yeah.
MetaMask, and it's going to come up over here. MetaMask is a wallet, guys. So when you set it up, you get like a seed phrase, and you have to keep that private. So anyone who's new to this call, go through our on our X account and check out the broadcast from yesterday, right? It's been recorded, it's still live streaming. Okay, so you'll be able to see how to, set up those, and Denzel gave a good talk about them. All right, so this is basically, like I said, guys, the app template. Okay. Um, okay. So we're gonna get some of these issues, right? Um, let me see. So you don't have to worry too much about some of these sometimes, but if you're having
You
problems
can you can
and it's
refresh your
behaving like
yeah.
this,
Yeah, just
yeah.
refresh
Oh,
it.
there
It
we
was a
go.
chunk error.
So it's constantly fixing them, right? Oh, it was a trunk error.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's fine. So this is our app in our preview. And then the next step, if I want to build an office app, okay, I would say use this template, keep all the wallet
Wallet connect.
connection. wallet connection um,
Functionality.
and create, yeah, okay, wallet connection functionality, and create an app called Office that does A, B, C, D, or whatever. Okay, I don't have an idea for an Office app, but ideally, guys, when you want to build your app, then you would say use this template to build me an app that does this, whether it's a snake game or a calculator or whatever. And
Yeah.
then you could press enter, or you could say start by creating the PRD. Start by creating a PRD and step by step process, right?
Right.
In text only before coding. Okay. So what it will do now, it will figure out what that app is, and then it will create the PRD that we showed you earlier, and then you can use that in a step-by-step way to build out your app. Okay. But sometimes you don't need to, if you're building a simple app, you don't need to go through a PRD. Okay. You can just tell it to create an app called, whether it's Snake or Calculator using that template, and it's going to
Yeah.
create that app. Okay. So that's the
Yeah.
first stage really of building a mini app, right?
Right.
Because we're running out of time, we will leave it here for now, and then maybe Lloyd, on the um live broadcast tomorrow, we can continue from this, so we can come up with some ideas and like try and build a mini app and continue from this. This is for the sake of everybody that's participating in the hackathon, so we can get you guys going,
Ready.
get you started, etc., etc. Okay.
Yeah.
Is Blessing ready to speak, by the way? Blessing, are you with us? You
Google,
want to unmute your mic?
as
Mm-hmm.
we wait for Blessing,
Mm-hmm.
perhaps we could find out from Kyle and Shabs if we've answered their questions, like the help that they
Okay, there was
needed.
questions from Shabs, okay, and Kai. Okay,
Not necessarily like dropped into the chat, but they had concerns of what they needed us to help them with. So just for us to confirm if we've been able
okay,
to help or if there's something
Uh,
we've left out, so we can keep note.
yeah.
okay, wonderful.
Before the answer. So what we can also do is, because we didn't have like a lot of time, I can still spare, I think, an hour 30, maybe from like 16 hours to 17 hours, to have maybe like a few one-on-ones with anybody who's interested. So maybe Shabs, maybe Kyle, maybe Blessings, or Bobby, like the way you also wanted to finalize your deployment. So maybe we can set up like a meet later in the day, maybe 16 hours, 16:30, and we can have a sort of one-on-one, just so I can help you guys debug and yeah, see how we can go a little bit in depth. And if we don't manage to do that even in the next hour, we can still continue with Google tomorrow as well. So today, maybe 16, I can have a few one-on-one sessions with you guys, just to help you guys, get fully started.
Yeah, from my side, I'm keen. 4 works for me. Yeah, so I'm keen. I'll take you up on that,
Awesome.
Lloyd. Yeah.
Okay, you
Awesome.
guys share your in the private chat, since you're both on this call. Share your email addresses and you set up a call, right? Anybody who wants to join that call, maybe want some one-on-one time with Lloyd to start building and setting up their environment. Um, comment or DM based Southern F, or comment on their um X or on Lloyd's. Lloyd, what's yours? Is based Zambia, right?
Yeah, mine is
BASED
based Zambia.
Zambia.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
at
but
base Zambia on X.
or they can also contact, maybe Muriel can collect them for us, and she can set up the Google Meet and just share the link since she already has my email. And yeah,
Mhm.
I can jump on the
Yeah.
call.
Yeah.
Okay,
I would
sure.
suggest, yeah. Okay, cool. All right, that's good. All right, just to recap, guys. So the first thing that you need to do is set up your environment and your tray or your tray assistant or Claude assistant in your VS Code if you're using VS Code. Set up a Coinbase developer platform, right? Set up a MetaMask wallet. Um, and yeah, that's the basics to get you started in terms of building the mini app. Then what else are you going to need after that? You're going to need to set up a Farcaster account, right? Farcaster, you set it up on your mobile. So it's a mobile app. It's only available on Android and only on Apple. So you need to set that up as well for you to be able to publish your app into Farcaster. And then what Farcaster looks like, let's see if I have Farcaster open. So Farcaster is a social network, like we said previously. Let me see if I forecast that. There we go. So Farcaster is a social network, guys. It's got chats like Twitter, but it's a platform. So it's for
Yeah,
building mini apps. Like it's a social graph. So it allows you to already. So if you build any app, you can have your apps appear over here, right? In the app section
right,
of Farcaster, because it's already got like the distribution, right? It's already got like the network. Okay. And then if your apps are performing very well, then they appear in the base app. The base app is a separate app for base, which is similar to Farcaster. It's actually built on top of Farcaster. So it's like a social app, social network type of app, just like Farcaster, and it allows you to, have distribution to the base ecosystem. Okay, so Farcaster has got a developer section. So we'll show you on one of the calls, hopefully on the next one, how to access the developer section and how
yeah,
to preview your mini apps and
yeah,
how to this relates to Bobby, how to do your manifest, okay,
yeah.
for the app to appear in the Farcaster app. Okay, so where are we? Okay, hang a second. Okay, so developer environment and your IDE, MetaMask, Coinbase developer platform, a Farcaster account, and then the last thing that you need to set up, which shouldn't have been the last thing, but my apologies for not, you know, going in the order of things. But you need to set up a base account. A base account is similar to MetaMask. It's a wallet, right? This is
The
how you
wallet.
connect
Yeah.
to the base app. Okay. So yeah, so you'll need to set this up. And then on the next call, we'll start to put together how all this stuff works together. So all these tools that you set up, we're going to start to break it down, like where they work, at what stage do you use them. So each of them, you use them at different stages, right? But to get
Right.
started, you just need to get your Coinbase developer key, your IDE, your base docs, which is this prompt. Okay. Sorry, this line of code.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's how it works.
Yeah.
Apologies. Yeah, where are we? How are we doing for time? Let me see. We've got 2 minutes left.
Um.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we didn't get to hear from Blessing. Blessing, do you want to say something before we sorry, Lloyd? Blessing, do you want to say something before we finish this call?
No, no, I don't have anything to say.
Oh, just an intro? Because we've had you on the call for a while. You didn't get to speak.
Oh,
Who
I'm
are
sorry.
you?
Yeah.
What are you building? Where are you from?
Oh, I'm Blessing, a student from Within Code, and
Oh, wonderful.
yeah, I'm from Pinoni. So
Nice.
yeah,
Benoni, that's in South Africa.
yeah, it's in
Okay.
South Africa.
Awesome.
Yeah. So in terms of
Welcome.
what I'm building, what am I?
Hmm.
What am I? What would you like to know in terms of what I'm building?
Okay, what's your experience? Have you started building on base? Are you new to building on base? Have you used any vibe coding tools? And what are
Uh,
you planning to do at the hackathon? If you are ready
uh,
to share. You don't have to share what you're going to do, but tell us about your
well,
participation.
Okay. So I don't have much use in vibe coding. I mean, Coinbase and all this is just new to me. So I was just setting up my MetaMask and Coinbase, just going through what you were speaking about. So I don't have much
Okay.
experience in that. Yeah. But
All right.
yeah, in the hackathon, nah, I think that will
Mhm.
leave as a surprise for the hackathon.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you share ideas. Someone might just prompt
Yeah.
it
No.
into their AI. Then it's tough. Then you're competing with somebody else during the
Ish.
hackathon. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. So I would rather
But
keep
my
it as a surprise.
yeah, but my suggestion to
Um,
you, Blessing, right, is
Yeah.
prior to the hackathon, build some other hobby projects, like whether it's a calculator or a snake game, right? Start
Okay.
practicing. You can even build your own app, right? Prior to
Okay.
that, because AI is not deterministic. It won't give you the same exact results every time. So you
True.
could prompt trade today to build you a calculator. It gives you a
Yeah.
blue one. Tomorrow it gives you a yellow one, then a green one, then a scientific one, right? So that's
True.
AI. It's not deterministic. However, there
Yeah.
is a technique to get it deterministic. We'll cover
Okay.
that another time. There's a way that you can get it to give you the same results via
Okay.
a JSON prompting or XML prompting, but that's more for the advanced guys, right?
Oh,
But
so
yeah,
there's
start
and
also
building.
also, oh, sorry,
so there's
also
Sorry.
also
Blessing,
oh,
if you want to
okay.
continue like building, like setting up your environment, feel free to join the
Okay.
call at 16:30.
Yes, yeah, I'd definitely like to. I'd like to.
Awesome.
So should I send my email on the private
Yeah,
chat or
yeah, in the private
Yeah,
chat,
send
and
email in the chat.
Muriel will set up everything for us.
okay, I'd definitely like that.
Awesome.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, we've come to top of the hour,
Lloyd,
guys. Any parting
15:30 or
shots?
16 hours?
16, I think 16:30 is better.
Okay.
16:30 Central African time. That's Lloyd, Shabs, and Blessing, right? You guys are going to be on that call.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
sounds good.
All right. Wonderful. I'll try and join the call as well. So Lloyd, when you set up that up, please share with me as well. Hopefully I can just, watch. Maybe we can record it. I don't know. If you guys want content, we'll try and record some of these. Then you can post about it, especially if you're going to share your screen here and there when you're building. Then you can always edit the video, right? So that's great.
Right.
And then you tag base and you talk about what you're doing. And hopefully, this leads to you guys getting some type of builders grants. So keep that in mind every time you're building something. Share your experience, tweet about it, post about it, and keep talking about base, keep talking about what you're learning, and yeah, document every moment, and you got an opportunity to win a grant or something like that, or to get recognition. Okay. All right, guys, we've come to the top of the hour. We have to end the stream. Thank you everyone for participating. Any last words before we exit? Muriel, Lloyd,
Yeah,
any
let's
announcements?
keep building, and I can't wait to see what you guys build.
Wonderful. All right,
Yeah, if you
thank
need
you guys.
ideas, I'll give you ideas.
Mhm. Okay. Yeah, we'll also send out a list of ideas, by the way. But anyway, thank you, everyone. Thank you to the people that have tuned into the live stream. Over 211 people from across all our platforms where we're broadcasting, which is impressive for a lunchtime. We'll catch you on the next one tomorrow evening at 6 p.m. Thank you, guys. Have a good one. Cheers.
Awesome.
All
Thanks,
right.
Thank you,
guys.
Thank
Google.
you.
Cheers.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye.